Hey everyone, so let's talk about mapping here on the new Amazfit Trex 3. So first thing you have to do in order to get mapping on there is go to your Zep app, go to your profile, hit your watch, scroll, hit map management. Then you have to decide how much of the area you want and where you want it. And then you have to go ahead and once you figure that out, go ahead and add to device download list, and also before you do that you can also check on or off these guys here. Yeah, then add to download device list. Once you have done that, go ahead and go to your settings on the watch itself, scroll until you see map, then you hit map resource. So it'll give you all that stuff there. But then you will have to download it on here. Then once you do that, then you'll see all this stuff here and how much each will take up. So you have to make sure you download it onto the watch itself. Then once you go into an activity that can use the map, you will get your map display here among your other displays. Once you're on here, if you try to move this map around, you will not be able to. What you have to do is hit the top right button, go down to zoom move, and then you can see here you have the plus and minus so that we can zoom in and out. You go back in there. Then you can take your finger and move this all around, or if you want, you can tap this one more time and it'll change the way or what these buttons are going to do. So move up and down, side to side, or again plus and minus. Again, I think unless you have gloves on or something, just take this and move it around. And what you guys can hopefully notice here is it actually loads in really freaking fast. Like this thing loads in faster than my Garmin does, which is crazy. But yeah, then you move this all around, and as we can see here, this does give you street names. If it knows the trail that you are on, if it knows the trail name, it will give you that. So like here is Woods Creek, so it knows the name of the water there. So it does give you a decent amount of information, street names, trail names, stuff like that, which is very cool. Once you move this thing around, hit the bottom right button, it'll go right back to where you are. When you are out and about actually hiking, right now I'm just inside, it will give you a breadcrumb trail, which is very cool too, so that we can see where you have been, which is of course very, very nice. If you want to there's a few other things you can do here. So if we get off the map, we hit the top right button, it will actually pause your workout. You go on down, go to navigation. You can import routes from the app if you want to do that. That way you can follow the app, or excuse me, follow the route. You can follow the route if you want to do that. You can save your location and then find your location there. You can go back to start point. We'll come back to that in just a second. Then you have a few other settings here. So you can do start point direction, front or back, of course. Navigation view, north, up, or advance up, however you want to do it. Navigation reminder, straying away from your course, your deviation from your course. So I have it set to 20 yards. So if I am on a course and you go off of it by this amount, whatever amount you choose here, it will kind of yell at you and tell you to get back on course, or you can just turn that off altogether. For me, I have it on 20 yards. So that way, once I start going off course, if I have a course built in here or put into here, it'll yell at me right away. Then you can also change your imported route or your traveled route, which would be like your breadcrumb trail route color. So we go here, we go into traveled route, so you can change it to a whole bunch of different colors here. Very cool. Going back here to the back to start point, you can do this two different ways. You have backtrack, which is the way I would do it personally, or you can do the straight line return. Do a straight line return, what that will do is, say you started here, and you're now over here, it'll basically just go whoop. It'll make you go like that, or it'll tell you how to go like that. So pretty much just a straight line to it. The problem with doing that way is if you have, a forest in front of you, or you have water in front of you, it'll still tell you just go right through it. At least in my experience, that's what it does. Same thing with Garmin. They have some very similar. It'll pretty much just tell you the straightest point back, quickest way back to where you started, no matter what is in your way from your point A to point B. Where if you do the track back, if you do the track back here, that will actually give you a nice route back to where you started and not make you go through a pond or whatever might be in your way. So on all, this is a very nice navigation on here. I think this is better than some other brands that have mapping on it. Not Garmin, but I know like Coros, at least when I tested theirs out a year or two ago, theirs did not even give you street names or trail names or anything like that, where this one does, this one costs quite a bit less. So I think this is very, very nice. I think for $280 that costs here in the US, this would be more than fine for most people, especially when you consider this thing is, again, $280. It is very, very nice for $280. But now I do need to mention that just like with the Garmin watches, it might not know every single trail that you go on. In my experience over the last few days, it actually did not know the trails I have been on, which is kind of disappointing. So what it should do is if you get to a trail, it should show you a line with where the trail goes. And over the last couple of days, I've been using this in my area here in Illinois in the US. It is actually not known any of the trails I have been on. Again, I did download it from the app here. And for instance, here this morning I went on a very small, just 0.8 mile walk. Actually, right in like 5 minutes from me, 10 minutes from me here. And you see on the app here, it does give you a trail, and it did follow that trail actually decently well here. So it does know the trail on the app. But when I was doing it on the watch, again, this is only like 10 minutes from me, it did not know the trail was there. It knew that there was a creek that I passed over and knew the name of the creek, but the trail itself, like you can see here, was not actually on the watch, which was a little bit disappointing. So hopefully you guys will have better experience with that. But again, over the last couple of days, the last few hikes I've done, it's not actually known any of the trails themselves. But it does know like street names and stuff like that. And again, it does give you the break from trail, so you can at least find your way back that way. And then it does have the track back as well. So it's definitely better than having no map on here whatsoever. But that has been my experience. Y'all let me know what you think. For $280, this thing so far is awesome. This is a very, very nice watch for $280. And it does give you more on it than some more expensive watches do. Y'all let me know what you think though. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.